Hey, what's up everybody? It's BrendenPlayz. We are here with NBA 2K14 General Manager Mode once again, episode number 2. And this is going to be an action-packed episode. It's going to be a double episode pulled into one because you guys requested me to increase the quarter lengths in the quarters in the game. So I haven't actually done that on this episode because this was already pre-recorded. But in the next episode, I have done that. So what I've done is the two games that were 4-minute quarters, I've combined them together for a longer video. So as you can see on the screen, Kemba Walker out, one of our main players, still out injured. He was injured in the first game. So tough times for the Charlotte Bobcats team, but hopefully we can actually pull together and get a win. So we've got Luke Ridnour. He's going to be in the starting position instead of him. And for some reason, the assistant coach wanted to put Josh McRoberts back in the starting spot. We're going to put Zeller back there. Of course, one of the coach goals or owner goals this season is to make Zeller play 26 plus minutes. So far, we are on track to do that. I think he's going to be probably a permanent starter in this team unless we can land ourselves a better power forward, which I highly doubt we will. There's not really that many on the free agency market, and our chances of trading someone in is pretty slim. So we did lose our first game. In fact, we got flogged. We got absolutely decimated in our first game by the Rockets. So pretty embarrassing stuff, but I have a feeling we're on the rise. You know, look, we lost the first one, but this team's got some potential. And I spoke about the free agency market in the first video, and I said, what guys would you like me to try and sign? So here are the free agents. I'm probably going to look at Ben Gordon, to be honest, because we don't really have a great shooting guard. So I think Ben Gordon will probably be one guy that could work well in our team. I think he could certainly be a good asset. So let me know what you think. Should we get Ben Gordon, or should we try and sign another one of these guys down here? You know, most of them are the point guards, small forwards, and shooting guards in the main, you know, upper tier players. And I'm talking about overall rankings, as you can see. So not really many, you know, power forwards or centers, but we don't really need anything like that. I mean, power forward, sure, but a center we have Jefferson. So, and a point guard we have Kemba Walker. So really, I think maybe. We also have Kid Gilchrist now, small forward. So really, I think power forward and shooting guard are our two main weaknesses. So if we pick up Ben Gordon, then perhaps that will certainly strengthen that up a bit. So we are going to start this one off. We are playing the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 2 of our season. We kick it off with a big-time three-pointer on the side there. So good stuff. So obviously, if you're new to the series, it's the first time watching it, pretty much I'm just doing this. I'm going to be showcasing some clips, some highlights, some bad moments from myself, and you know, from both the Cavaliers and the Bobcats, and that goes for every team, of course. But so I'm just going to be showing some different clips and just kind of cutting up the quarter lengths and showcasing different points of each quarter that were significant or just showcased something actually happening. So rather than me just playing the whole game and you guys watching, you know, 20 minutes of gameplay or straight, you know, me playing, well, it would actually probably be about 25 minutes because you count in all the stoppages. But instead of doing that, I've cut it up and, you know, put it all together. So at the moment, it's 12 plays 11. So we did lose the first game. So you're probably thinking, well, this is not a good start. And all of you guys are saying, well, Brendan, you need to get some practice. You suck. And to be honest, that first game was actually the first time I played this game in a month. And I played it a little bit more now, not as much as I probably should have before starting the series, but I'm feeling a little better today. I feel a little better that I can, you know, I feel a little bit more confident. But the fact is the Bobcats team isn't really, you know, top notch, as we're just about to end the first quarter here. 17 plays 14. That last second points there kind of cost us. Tried to go for the, you know, long pass, maybe get one more shot in quickly, but it, you know, turned against us anyways. But no points were lost there, so 17 plays 14 after the first. Not a bad first quarter. I mean, we're still in it, and you know, we suffered a big loss against the Rockets, so 3-point deficit after the first quarter. Still promising signs, but a nice little shot there. So 19-15. Yeah, okay. So yeah, obviously a tough first start to the season, and obviously losing Kemba Walker as well. That makes it very, very difficult for the Bobcats team early on. This is a young Bobcats team. This is not a really top-notch, high-quality team, and we have Al Jefferson, he's our main player, and obviously Kemba Walker is as well. So we have two main players, and when you lose one of your star players in your team, that's going to make a big impact, and it's tough. So it's difficult to come back from that. And you know, Luke Ridnour, he's a steady hand. You know, you can put him in the starting role, I guess, on occasion, and he's going to get it done. But obviously, you would love to have Kemba Walker there, but he's not going to be back for a while now. I mean, 1 to 2 weeks isn't much, but that's probably, you know, 4, 5, 6 games. So that's going to be a heavy loss at the start of the season, which we're wanting to build strong momentum and get ourselves going. We want to get ourselves hitting those W's early on, and you know, we're on our home court here, so we should play well. But at the moment, we're still down by 4 points at halftime, and we're going to have to see a big second half from Al Jefferson, the man on screen there, to hopefully come back and hopefully get us back in the game, because we're struggling a little bit here. And obviously, trying to contend with Kyrie Irving is difficult to do, and we saw last game, you know, James Harden and Dwight Howard have certainly dominated us, and that was so difficult to contend with. So that's the thing, you know, our defense was certainly poor last game. We're not going to, you know, dismiss that, and too many turnovers. But so if we can cut that down in these next couple of games, certainly will benefit us a lot. As Jefferson, he gets the first free throw, going for the second, and he nails it, perfect. So 2 from 2 from the line. And Bennett, well, last second shot. And, you know, obviously, it's a new series, so if you guys got any suggestions on what I should change and who I should pick up, should I put this guy as a starter? Should I drop this guy? Should I trade this guy out? Should I try and get this guy? Like, obviously, requests like, I think I had one saying, get Kevin Durant. It's going to be very, very difficult, if not impossible to do. Unless I, you know, maybe, I don't know, use some of those perks that you get as a GM and, you know, maybe convince a GM that, hey, Jefferson for Durant, yeah, that's a real good trade. You should definitely do it. I can't see myself ever getting a stop like that as, oh, it's a bad turnover there from Jefferson as we're 3 points behind. I obviously can't get those superstar players, so trying to suggest that is just not going to happen. But if you have any reasonable requests, likely requests that could potentially occur, is here we go. Good defense there, stopping the 2, and Henderson trying to get himself some points here, trying to find someone. Jefferson going to go up close and personal, and he turns it over. Now Irving, he's got the ball coming back down the court, so big turnover there. Irving going in. Oh, that's just too easy. Absolutely too easy. So the defense from Charlotte getting exposed right now. You certainly have to pick that up. They're going to win this one. So like I said, just finishing that point off. If you've got any free agents or anyone you would like to see me sign, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. And well, it's a close game still. We're still in this one. I mean, 40 to play, playing 37. We're not out of it by any means. Jefferson, oh, off the glass, straight into the hoop. Beautiful stuff. And that will certainly get us going here as, oh, Zeller with the foul. So they will go to the line for 2. Minute 30 remaining on the clock. So certainly tough times right now. This is crunch time. We have to really amp up our defense, and, you know, hopefully we can get a couple of misses out of Dang here. I don't think we're going to get any, though. And, oh, we get one miss. So only a 1-point play. So in the end, not too bad of a foul there from Zeller. As Kid Gilchrist, I think, you know, maybe just try and work away for the 2 points here. But we're getting a lot of our guys are getting open. Henderson, oh, but Zeller with a rebound. Very, very lucky to get away with that. Jefferson gets blocked, and the ball is out of bounds. That is big, big stuff there. Jefferson getting blocked right in the crunch time. And, oh my, that's gonna tie it up. So 43 all. This is very important last minute here. Who is gonna come away with this victory? We need the first win. We want to defend our home court. We want to our home court to be a fortress. We don't want anyone winning here in Charlotte, so we need to make sure that we win this one. But we are down by 2, a minute to go. Obviously, we need... Oh, my, that's killing it. Ridnour turning the ball away in the last minute. Are you kidding me? Well, they're going to have to D up here, or this is going to be all over. I think another basket. Oh! Almost a steal. Couldn't regather. And Bennett with the ball down to Waiters. And Bennett now on the three-point line, stuck. And this is... Oh, 2 more! Oh, my God. This is... poor defense from the Charlotte Bobcats. They need to find themselves a basket. Shouldn't be trying to push for a 3 just yet, but still 35 seconds. Ridnour for 3. Nails it! Big shot! Big shot from Ridnour. 1 point in it. Here we go. Verajal thought maybe he could go for an open look jumper there, but unfortunately couldn't get it off. Irving, he misses. That's a big miss. Charlotte could have the final say here. 15 seconds to go. Slow it down. This is it. It's all or nothing now. 10 seconds remains. Here we go. What's gonna happen here? Ridnour has the ball. He's got to do something here. Zeller, he draws the foul. Big 2 free throws coming up here. Here we go. The first, yes, he gets it. It's a tie game, so you'd have to say this is going to go to overtime at worst. Second, oh, yes, he gets it. Oh my, 48, 47, last second, and he misses. The Bobcats win their first game, 48-47 at home. Big victory. No Kemba Walker either. That's a monster victory. Somehow, some way, pulling through to come away with a win over the Cavaliers, who put up a great fight. I thought maybe, just maybe, we weren't going to get that last second shot, and luckily we drew the foul as Al Jefferson was our player of the game. 16 big points, certainly playing a big role now that Kemba Walker is on the sidelines for a little while now. So, big victory for the Bobcats. They needed that. I mean, a huge loss in the first game. Obviously, you want to start the season strong, and it can really set the precedent for the rest of the season. If you have 4 or 5 losses in a row, to start the season off, that's going to really hurt the team's mentality at the beginning of the season. So they need to make sure they can get a couple of wins. So at the moment, we are 1-1, so not too bad. So if we can win this next game against the Pelicans, get ourselves 2-1, we're going to be in a good position. So we're just going to flick through, have a look at how we're going here. So this is our how we did in our first game. Of course, it was a home game, so of course we're going to be earning a bit of revenue there. 96% attendance. So after the first game, you get a bit of an idea of how your pricings are going, and you can go ahead and check out and make any changes to the pricings that you have on merchandise, food, things like that, as you can see. So we've got most of the GM upgrades. I think we're level 32 or 31 out of 70. So we are, we do have a lot of these upgrades. Of course, I've played GM mode before the series. Not a hell of a lot of it. I haven't actually finished the season of GM mode yet, but I'm just flicking through here, showing you what I've kind of got. I haven't got a lot of these operation upgrades and things like that. I've got quite a number of these coach upgrades and like GM mode, the GM upgrades like scouting and coaching and trading and things like that. But facilities, not so much. So that's certainly something I need to plan on upgrading in the very near future. So quick look at the leaderboards, the standings, and we are 1-1. And obviously, our points differential is a little bit different because the simulated quarter times, I think, was set at 7 minutes. I thought maybe because I tend to score points quickly, and I can, normally if I keep it 4 minutes and 4 minutes for both the simulated and myself, my score is going to be much more fluctuated compared to the simulated. So I need to make sure that the simulator is a little bit higher than mine, because I like my stats. If you know me, I am a stats nerd. I love looking at sporting stats, not real stats. Man, God, that's boring as hell. Trust me, I've done a course on business stats. Ugh, but sporting stats I love. So the coach here just wants me to make a bit of a change to our scoring options, and we're gonna just throw whoever on there. So whatever. But yeah, so I love my stats, so I need to make sure it's decently accurate, and obviously in the next episode of GM mode, things are going to change, and obviously the quarter lengths will change, so the scores that I get will be much higher compared to these first episodes. And the press, they're asking me, what do I think when setting the prices of these items? And you know what? I think it's all about fan value, man. You gotta make sure your fans are happy when they turn up to the game. And this is kind of the situation what I'm going to be facing in real life. If you know me, I'm actually going to probably be in a situation where I will be setting these kind of merchandise prices and things like that, because I'm actually going to work in the sport management field. So that's another reason why I like GM mode, because it is kind of relating to something that I would like to do in the real world. Obviously it's not real, but you know, it's a nice little simulation of that as we kick it off. We're playing the Pelicans. We wanted to go for a long-range 2-point shot there. We missed to start this one off, and sorry, the Pelicans did. We're away from home now, so we are taking on the Pelicans in New Orleans. And I don't know. I still haven't grown to the Pelicans name. I don't know. I mean, obviously the Charlotte Hornets are going to be a lot next season. Zeller with the block and the rebound. Kid Gilchrist looking to maybe drive up the lane, get a few points, but takes it back to Ridnow. He misses. So, like I said, I don't know if I really grown to the Pelicans name. I understand why they did it or whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna question it, but yeah, if you think about it, a really threatening name, like, oh shit, we're coming up against, you know, the Lions, the Tigers. Oh, we're coming up against the Sharks. We're coming up against the Pelicans. Just let that sink in for a second. So, I don't know, but obviously they've had a season with it now, and, you know, no plans to change it, so. But yeah, I mean, just a weird name. I just didn't understand why Pelicans, but obviously I think that has some connection with whatever, but anyways, 7 plays 6, so I don't care what they're called as long as we beat them, so that's all I care about. As there's a missed shot, gets the rebound, nails it, 2 more points. So we need to continue the momentum that we've got now. We're 1-1. We managed to win our first game at home, so we need to win our first game away from home, set the precedent that we can win away from home. I mean, you have to be able to win at home and away, as Pargo goes the fake, comes back in, gets it. Beautiful stuff there, lays it up. And Pargo's not a bad little reserve there, not a bad little role player we have. Oh, to finish the quarter, a 3-point shot makes it 14 plays 9, so an early deficit for us. So yeah, Pargo's not a bad little role player to come off the bench and play a few minutes, which is handy, you know, to have. Obviously, we have Walker as our main point guard. Ridnow is going to be the second guy, and then, you know, Pargo is the third guy who's probably not going to play much minutes, but he's not too bad, so we can rely on him to make a few shots. Zeller, mid-range jumper, and he nails it as well, and Charlotte immediately hits back. So right now we gotta just, oh, that's a good shot, man, right inside there. So obviously Jefferson is our key player. We need to play around him, and one thing that I struggle to do as my playing style is get inside, get in the paint, and get the dunks, get the layups, get things like that. Obviously, you'll see me play, and you'll straight away kind of know that I tend to go away from that and look for more mid-range or longer-range shots. And that's actually probably more my playing style in real life. I'm not calling myself a basketball player by all means. In fact, I suck. But the only thing I can really do in real life is hit 3-point shots. I can't hit anything inside. You know, I will stand right up to the rim and I will try and shoot it in, and I will miss every single time. I just can't shoot close. But then I get on the 3-point line and I'll nail it. I mean, it's crazy. So, I mean, I don't know, I guess that's kind of reflects, you know, my NBA 2K style, reflects my real life style, I suppose. Can't hit close range, but certainly can maybe nail it from mid-range to long range. Not every time, otherwise, you know, I probably would play basketball, but I just only really played in the park, but maybe like once every 3 times, you know, 1 every 3 times I might get the shot in, but, you know, if I was every time, then I maybe can consider actually taking the sport up, but certainly not, as Charlotte have got the lead, 39-35, plays 29, I should say, as Ridnour, obviously no Walker in this game as well, so Ridnour, he's getting an opportunity to show us what he can do as a starter, which is not too bad, because if we had Ridnour playing a couple of starting roles, we can, if we do happen to have another injury or anything like that down the line in a shooting guard or in a point guard position again, you know, we can have an idea, okay, Ridnour couldn't step up to the plate, wasn't good enough as a starter, maybe try this guy, or maybe we need to try bring someone in, or something like that, you know. Let's say Walker, he goes down again for 3 months, and we have Ridnour as our backup point guard. Well, we see Ridnour didn't really get it done in the 3 or 4 or 5 games that he had as a starter. Might be time to maybe think about bringing in someone else. So it's a good eye opener, and it's probably something you want to have done to you at the start of the season. You have an idea of who you can call upon if an injury does occur in the playoffs, or, you know, in crunch time, you know, when it actually matters, because obviously the first game of the season doesn't really matter. Obviously you want to win those games, but in the big picture, if you drop a few games at the start, it's not going to really matter all that much. As we're in the 4th quarter here, so 44 plays 41, 6 seconds to go, 45 now. Looks as though Charlotte is probably going to get this done. And hang on. Oh, he nails the 3. The D all over the defense right up in his face. But he needed a 4-point play. Luckily, he didn't give away the foul. Probably silly to actually try and defend that. Got the 3, 1 second to play, and the Pelicans decided not to even try and cause a foul to try and get the ball back, as Cody Zeller is our player of the game. 11 points. We are 2-1, so a double header in this video. We get wins in both of them, so don't ever expect to see that again. So great stuff, and good start to the season. We dropped the first game. We've hit back well. A win at home and a win away from home. Cody Zeller playing well. Jefferson playing well. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of GM Mode. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe for more NBA videos, and I will see you all in the next episode. Thanks very much for watching.